Time to tell us about
Tim's
Tim.
Vermeer.
Tim's Vermeer. Tim.
Yeah.
Vermeer.
So this is a documentary from the team of Penn and Teller, Penn Jillette and Teller, who's just Teller, isn't he? And the story is that their central character, Tim Jennison, is an inventor and a technician, and he's been inspired by this idea that Vermeer, who was famous for painting light in a way which was stunningly realistic, photographically realistic, he comes to believe that actually he must have been using light boxes or camera obscura techniques basically in order to get these. So in order to test this out, he decides to recreate the setting of Vermeer's painting, The Music Lesson, and then to attempt, and he's not an artist, to attempt from scratch to paint as Vermeer would have done, using a strange combination of lenses and mirrors, to see whether it would be possible for a total non-artist to get somewhere close to what Vermeer was doing. Here's a clip.
Tim went around the world studying Vermeer.
They called it painting with light. Vermeer painted with light. You can't paint with light, you have to paint with paint. And so what they're really talking about is this verisimilitude that Vermeer has, that it just pops. You see it from across the room and it looks like a slide. It looks like a color slide, a Kodachrome. Seeing the Vermeers in person was a revelation. It reinforced to me that I was on the right track, that what I was seeing was an accurate representation of the color in that room. I just had a hunch that there must be a way to actually get the colors accurate with mechanical means. Some way you could do that in the 17th century.
And what he attempts to prove is that by using this strange system of mirrors, it is possible to do what Vermeer was doing. It's an extraordinary piece of work, partly because it's Penn and Teller. You start wondering at one point whether it's an optical illusion, because the results of his experiments are frankly staggering. Also, there's something about the fact that he is a man who dedicates himself to this task in a way which is just unbelievable. I mean, he says, "Oh, well, I've got to build a music box, and so I'll just build them myself." So he literally builds the room before he starts painting. I mean, this takes forever. But the most wonderful thing about it is, and Hockney comes along, and actually David Hockney is kind of convinced by the experiment, is that what it demonstrates is that the alleged break between art and science is nonsensical. That in fact, art and science are part of the same thing. That what you're using something, it's a technical process that is both artistic and scientific.
Is this cinematic?
I thought it was because...
Sounds like a TV show.
Okay, I found it completely engrossing. I found it like watching a really, really interesting detective story that was drawing me in, and there were moments in it when I thought this has to be a hoax, because there's no way that this could actually be really happening in front of my eyes. And I still kind of half expect somebody to tap me on the shoulder and go, "It is a hoax."
This has been